Okay, guys, so today I hope everyone is doing fine. So, we are about to play Plants vs. Zombies. So, if you have never heard of Plants vs. Zombies, it was a game released back in it was a game released back in 2009. So, it's a kind of a tower defense or strategy game. So, uh, you are the owner of a house and you have some super powered plants, and you need to stop the zombies from taking over your home and eating your brains. So, to defend against the zombies in your garden, you'll have multiple plants, all of which have different types of abilities which you can use to stop them. So, it was when it was released, it earned a lot of critical acclaim. It is While it's a tower defense game, it is not like the usual tower defense games where there are mazes and you need to put uh, certain towers or other characters at a certain point to stop the enemies. This is a very linear type of tower defense game where you are holding up a lawn against multiple zombies. It was released by PopCap, and now PopCap is a part of Electronic Arts. Earlier it was available for PC only, and now it has come up on mobile games as well. It has also spawned a few sequels like Plants vs Zombies 2. It's about time. Maybe we'll play that in the future. There is also a card battle game, Plants vs Zombies Heroes, and also three shooter style games in the Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare series. Also, there are other merchandise like comics which have been released for it. So let's start this game. Let's see how it goes. Today we'll try and play as many levels as possible. So we are starting now. So you could see multiple types of zombies. This game starts has a good learning curve. It starts off slow, not much to do, at least in the beginning. But as the game progresses, it gets even more difficult and challenging. So let's see. So we just used a pea shooter. That those are the primary types of attackers in these games. As the name suggests, they shoot peas out of their mouths, and you'll see a number below the pea shooter that says 100. That is how much sun it costs to plant these plants. So you can see the sun falling from the sky. You need to collect them to make enough to plant the peas. So we'll plant them. Right now we have only one path on the lawn. Soon we'll have a few more. So these initial stages are very easy, nothing very difficult. You can see those zombies, they are slow and they walk in a straight line, and they're not much of a challenge, but as the levels go by they become even more harder and difficult. So we got a new plant for our troubles. Yes, sunflower. So this particular one gives you additional sun, and it costs 50 sun on itself to plant. So let's try to use this in our next level. Okay, so you can see there are multiple levels here. I think these are the different stages. So first we have to complete day, then go to night, which is locked right now. Then we need to go to the pool, the fog, and finally the roof. And then there is something at the end which we're not sure about. So we can see all these levels are locked. So right now let's go to level 2. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, so there are a lot more zombies this time, and we get 3 stages of launch. So the sunflowers are an extreme important plant, surely. So we need to plant 3 of them. You can see it takes time. There is a cooldown time for these to be able to grow these plants. So the more sunflowers you have, the faster you grow plants. That is true because sunflowers give out sun in, they are not doing anything else. Unlike the pea shooters, they do not have any offensive moves. Their job is to give enough sun so that we can plant various plants. So now the zombies will start coming from all the lanes. So I think 3 sunflowers will be enough to defend and keep the sun power updated for this game. Okay, so I planted it in the wrong side. There's a zombie coming from the middle, but it shouldn't be very hard because they are the basic zombies, very slow, not very strong. A single pea shooter should be enough to knock it down. So other than that, other than the plants and the zombies, you'll also see 3 lawnmowers at the end of the house. If you push them, you can knock out, they go away through the lawn to the other end, knocking out whatever zombies are there blocking the path. So you get only 1 lawnmower in each lane, so you should use them only when necessary. On the other hand, if the zombies do reach the house, they are the last line of defense and they stop the zombies from going in front. Once the 2 zombies are done, then there is nothing to stop them. So once the lawnmower is lost, and if you lose all your plants and the zombies get into the house, you lose the game. So there is a huge wave of zombies approaching. So let's try to plant some more pea shooters. Okay, so we got a new plant for our troubles. This one looks like quite a dangerous one. So it has quite a grumpy face. Okay, cherry bomb. It blows up all zombies in an area. So I think this one has a splash damage kind of attack. Let's try this in our next level. Okay, so now we have stage 3 and you can see a different type of zombie there. I think that's a coned zombie, much more resilient than the normal zombies that we have faced so far, but equally slow. So I think we should be fine. Okay, still 3 levels, 3 lanes only, so I think 3 sunflowers should be enough again. So I hope all of you are watching and having fun. So we'll just plant 3 pea shooters to make sure that we have at least some lines of defense before trying the cherry bomb. Anyway, I think the cherry bomb is the slowest. It must be powerful, but I think it takes quite some time to cool down before we can use it. And since it has splash damage, I think we'll use it during the final wave. So far it has not been very difficult, and obviously, as I said, the learning curve of this game is very smooth, so initially it will be very easy, not much action happening, but as the stages go by it becomes more frantic. The conehead zombie, stronger than the other zombies because of the cone on its head, which gives it additional defense. But with 2 pea shooters it shouldn't be very difficult. So now I'm saving up for the big wave. We'll use a cherry bomb there. We have saved up enough, so let's wait for it. There's a big wave coming. Hopefully we get to see it blow up. Okay, the flag zombie, which always leads the wave. Okay, so here they come. Okay, boom. So there's another plant. Okay, and this one is a very useful plant, the walnut. It blocks off zombies and protects your plants. It is like a shield. Okay, let's play level 4. Okay, so there are more conehead zombies in this stage, and now we have 5 lanes. So this time I'm going to plant 5 of these sunflowers to make sure that we have enough sun. Okay. I'll just plant 1 pea shooter to make sure the zombie does not get to here. I think we have collected enough sun. So I'll also plant 1 walnut here. It wasn't really necessary, but just keeping one so that it does not get difficult later, because the walnuts seem to have a much higher cooldown time than the pea shooter or the sunflower. We need one pea shooter in the last lane. Okay, the conehead zombie will be much more difficult, but the walnut should be fine. Okay, so once the zombies do reach the plants, they start eating it. So the walnuts are quite resilient, so it will not be so easily eaten, but the other plants like the pea shooters and the sunflowers can be easily munched off by the zombies if they ever reach it. Okay, so I think that's about it for at least the basic plants, the basic defense. Now hopefully we can get 150 sun so that we can see another explosion from the cherry bomb. So this the three plants that you see right now in the garden, they are like the uh, trio, the basic trio. So there is the shield, there is the basic offense, and there's the sun producer, and then there is a big explosive cherry bomb. But at least in the initial stages, the pea shooter, the sunflower, and the walnut should be enough to help you pass any stage. The cherry bomb is not really necessary, but just put in place to finish this off faster. So the more offensive plants like pea shooters you have in a lane, the faster the zombies will go down, as there will be multiple bullets hitting them. Okay, we got a shovel now. No, there's no plant that we get, but we get a shovel. So let's see how that works. Okay, lets you dig up a plant and make room for another plant. Okay, so looks like if we ever want to get rid of a plant, maybe we planted it wrong, or maybe we do not want it because we have got a better plant that we can use. We can use a shovel to remove the previous plant. So let's go to level 5, and looks like we'll be getting another plant on this stage. Okay, so we have 3 pea shooters. Okay, there's somebody here. Greetings neighbor. Okay, so we have Crazy Dave here. He is our neighbor, I believe. So quite a weird guy. He has a saucepan as a hat. Okay, you can call him Crazy Dave. That seems about fine. Okay, he has a surprise for us, but he needs us to clear the lawn. Okay, let's do that then. Okay, plant 1 gone. Plant 2 is gone as well. And so is plant 3. Okay. So plant 3 is, I don't know why I'm losing things in my full screen, but anyway, so plant 3 is gone. Okay, so now we have the surprise. We're going bowling. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think we are going to go bowling. Let's try it. Let's see how this works. Seems to be a different kind of stage. We see a red line cutting through the lawn. Okay. So I guess we place them here and they go rolling and bowling. So the coon zombie is gone. So the coon zombies obviously take 2 hits. Okay, so there is also a ripple effect. So if it hits one and goes to the other side, you manage to knock out some other zombies as well. Okay, so we have a lot more zombies now. Let's try to knock out a few of them. Okay, we have a big red explosive walnut, I guess. So I think we'll save them for later when we really need to use it. For now, I'll just make do with the normal ones. But I guess we'll have to use it. Okay, so it's like a bowling cherry bomb. The red uh, walnuts are like bowling cherry bombs. They go and explode on contact with area damage. Okay, so we managed to knock out 3 of them with a single bowl. So there's a final wave coming up. I think now is the right time to use our final red walnut. Okay, we missed the flag zombie, but doesn't matter. We'll use him now. So we managed to knock out all of the zombies in this uh, bowling mini game, and we got what looks like another plant. Okay, potato mine explodes on contact but takes time to arm itself. Okay, I hope you guys are enjoying the game. Thanks for the comments, guys. So let's proceed. I'll go to the next stage. Okay, level 6 looks like a new type of zombie, and there is also a plant at the end of it. So let's start. Okay, so I do not want to view any videos at the moment. So, but it does look like if we see a few advertisements, you get a rake. So the rake just acts like a stopper for the zombie. If any zombie stamps on it, it gets knocked out. And I think you can also watch on the video and get an exploding walnut. That sounds interesting, but I do not want to bore you guys with ads at the moment. Okay, I think we should plant a pea shooter because that zombie seems to be very near our base now. So that walnut ought to stop it in its tracks. We also need to try out our new plan, but I think at least for now I'll set up the basic defenses like the pea shooter and the walnuts. That potato mine is a very interesting little character, not very expensive but useful in sticky situations. The best place to keep it is right in front of the walnut. So let's try to place one here. I'm not sure if the zombie will make it till there, but let's try it. It is like the first line of defense. It takes time to load up, but it acts like a mini cherry bomb. It explodes all the zombies which are in the same lane as it. Let's try to plant another one and see if this one takes the bait. Okay, there's a pole vaulter. Those things are dangerous. Okay, it managed to eat our potato mine, so that was not a very successful experiment. I think we should have laid it out a bit sooner. Okay, let's try this one. Hopefully this time it works. Okay, this one is locked and loaded, so it should explode upon impact. Okay, we got some kind of achievement. Let's plant some more pea shooters since we have enough sun. So the potato mines are not very necessary in a stage, but at least initially it is good for situations where there are multiple zombies coming across towards your lane and you do not have much defense. So but it needs to be placed in advance because it takes time to load up and it becomes easy target for the zombies if you have not placed it on time. like the first potato mine that was eaten by the conehead zombie. It never got time to load and it got eaten up. Okay, so one more stage completed and we get a plant for our troubles. Okay, snow pea shoots frozen peas that damage and slow the enemy. Okay, so it is like an advanced version of the pea shooter, but it has a freezing effect, a slowing effect rather, where it also slows up the zombies which are coming towards it. It's one of the more expensive plants that we have got until now at 175 sun, but seems quite useful. So we can also go back and play the previous stages, but for now let's move forward. Okay, so we have got the advertisement rake and the advertisement based exploding walnut, but right now I'm not going to look into any of that. And this time we have two waves of zombies, so the snow shooter should come in useful. Let's add a pea shooter here. I guess maybe I should put the snow shooters in the last lane because they slow down the enemies and can be useful. But I'll just shovel up the pea shooter that we have already added. But right now let's keep it as it is because I do not have enough sun to plant one anyways. Okay, it loaded. Okay, while it was being eaten, so we managed to knock out the zombie this time. Okay, so now this becomes difficult because we have only one pea over there. So okay, so that was like a strategy where you plant a random plant, the pole vaulter jumps over the first plant it finds and then goes off towards the next one. So okay, so the pea shooter is in effect now. We have one pea shooter in place. I'm sorry, the snow pea. It immediately slowed down the pole vaulter, which could have possibly gone on to eat the sunflower because the sunflower is defenseless, and then I think we would have lost a lawnmower, but we managed to place that snow pea right on time. So we'll place some more of them. We need 175 sun. It's a bit expensive but very effective. So the pole vaulter zombie, as you can see, always jumps over the first plant it finds. It does not try to eat it. It eats only after it has vaulted over the first plant. So we have a wave coming up. So we now have all walnuts in place. We could obviously plant more, but this early in the game, it's really not needed to have more than one lane of walnuts. Let's shovel up the pea shooter that we had earlier and put a snow pea in its place. So you can see all of the zombies have gone blue, so they are considerably slow now. Interestingly, the potato might not blow up the Walter zombie even though it was in the same lane. And the snow pea seems like it only hits the very first target because the other zombies do not seem affected by it. The ones behind are not slowed down, it's only the first one in the lane that's affected. So let's plant another line of pea shooters for additional offense. There's no need of more snow peas because it does not have any additional effect. It's the same uh, slowing motion and the damage is equal to what a pea shooter would give. I'm going to save up for the cherry bomb in the which is since we have another big wave coming up right now. So that's that. Let's put another potato mine here. Hopefully it slows things down. It's really not necessary, but anyway. Okay, so another vicious looking plant here. The chomper devours a zombie whole but is vulnerable while chewing. Ah, very interesting plant here. It eats up the zombies but can be eaten up while it is chewing the previous zombie. So, okay, we are approaching stage 8 now. Just two more levels in the day stage. I think we can also play previous levels, but let's not go back right now. Let's at least finish the stage. Let's see. Okay, something that also looks like a pea shooter but only angrier. That's what waits for us. And there's a bucket head zombie. Okay, so one of the most resilient zombies in the game. Very difficult to beat at this stage. I think we'll need snow peas to hit it. So we can only select up to 6 plants. We have only 6 slots. So we need to make a good choice. So we need to keep only 6 and need to remove one of them. Which one do you think we should remove? let me know in the comments. Okay, so I think except one who says pea shooter, I think we are unanimously going with potato. And I see why you would say that, because it's not, even though it is cheap, it takes some time to load, and